It's Sunday. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind
and help my living.
It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to help you make smarter moves, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on Sunday, day 412 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I figured we'd just have a nice little chat here on the bench like we've been doing the past 2 Sundays. I think this may be the new Sunday routine. What do you think? I do have the BeatSeat sitting right there, but I just thought we got enough music in last night. And I like these kind of, family room, sitting on the bench chats that we've been having. And I just want to continue them, I think. And I told you guys about something yesterday I was working on. I figured I'd show it to you. It's not a music night, but a couple days ago I dropped a podcast, Danny Coleman's Rock On Radio, when we went on there for that episode. And during the episode, I mentioned how I'd built a guitar before, but it was crap. And Danny goes, "What? It's crap?" I said, "Yeah, because I built it. It was unorthodox. The way I built the guitar was not normal. Typically you buy soundboard pieces, you buy all of the kerfing, stripping, everything, and you lay it out like a luthier would do it. But I had this idea and I wanted to complete it, and I did that. Now, what was interesting about this is it's been sitting in my studio for the last 2-3 years. I haven't touched it because I just felt like it was crap, So when I heard myself say this on the podcast, it reminded me of this whole defeatist attitude I'm trying to get rid of. I told you guys, you need to get rid of any negative thoughts. We've got enough negativity going on around us, and then we have our own negativity that we have to try to challenge on a daily basis. So I think it's very important that we remind ourselves over and over that we're great at what we're doing. And even if we're not great at it now, our attitude has to remain great. We have to remain positive. If we want to try to get out the other side of the light, then you have to stay positive in your process. So let me show you this. I think it's pretty cool. Basically, all right, here's the story behind this, okay? Let me shut the music down a little bit. When I built this the first time, I just sprayed it, or I didn't even spray it. I actually just, I rubbed on this. It's called Man-O-War. It's like a marine varnish. So it just was like, hey, here's the natural wood, and then brought it to life, okay? I didn't understand anything about finishing. Fast forward 7 years, probably 10 years since I built this thing, and I'm building BeatSeats now. And these BeatSeats I'm finishing with sunburst and all these different amazing finishes. And I thought to myself, you know what? Why don't I take this guitar, let's sand it back down to scratch, and let's start over. So this is what we got here to match. And we need Zabrowski too. Hold on. That's what I'm talking about right there. So that's Zabrowski. So this is the guitar I built. Check this out. All right. What's crazy about this is it didn't look like this, obviously. It was a regular guitar. Akbar, how are you, my friend? I'm so glad you're on tonight. I'm showing you it's not a new. This is my guitar I built. I built one guitar. I actually built a few, but this was the main version. I spent a lot of time on this one when I first built it. And it was just a natural acoustic guitar. And I threw it on the sideline for years. I've been playing my Martin. I've been playing my Gibson. And I never even really gave this thing a second look because, I don't know. I mean, it was unorthodox. Let me explain to you what I did here. You could sort of see this. I'm going to bring this close to the camera. Can you see the finish? Look at where this wood is put together on the bottom. You see this? That's 4 pieces of cedar right there. I told you guys how I put this together, but I'm going to explain it now so you could see. This right here is 2 pieces of 2x8 cedar, 8 inches wide, 2 inches thick, on top of each other. So now they're 4x8. And then I took 2 more pieces of 2x8, laid them up right next to it, glued the whole thing together, and then I cut out this style. This is my jazz guitar. I cut out this style out of that cedar, And then I took a bandsaw and I made it as thin as I could, and I cut out the entire shape. And then I put real soundboard on the top and bottom. I built a neck out of flame maple. I don't know if you could see it. I'll bring it close so you could see the flame maple. Let's see. Can you see that on the neck? Here's the back. So basically what I did, and this is yesterday. I did this yesterday. I sanded it down actually, I think on Friday. Yesterday I did the front. And today I finished off last night I finished off the sides, the back, and the neck. Took off everything. I was like, it was like late last night. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I pulled off the pegs and I went in and I started sanding it all down. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start over from scratch. I want to see this thing as if I had just started it, finished it off, and I'm bringing it to life for the first time. So it's a lot of work. I don't know if you guys know, when you start to sand off finish from a guitar that's 10 years, it's been sitting there, and I put it like 4 or 5 coats on this thing, so it was thick. I had to sand it all off. I went through so much of that rotary disc sandpaper just to get this thing back to square. And I don't know how it sounds. I mean, I said it's crap to Danny because it's unorthodox. It's not as wide as a traditional. You see, it's about, I think it should have been another inch, maybe 1.5 inches taller in order for it to be a straight up acoustic. But this is hand built by me. The first thing I ever built, I think, like first real thing I spent a lot of time putting together. And I can feel I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on it tonight. I just finished lacquering it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show whatever. Okay, I would have been live right at 10:30 tonight, but I was like, I'm going to put strings on this thing and show it to everybody. I just sprayed it in the basement. It still smells like it's lacquered up. I shouldn't have put strings on it right away, but I just wanted you guys to see it. And I don't know. Let's see how it sounds. I'm going to try to see if I can give us a little volume here. Check. Let's see if this sounds decent at all. Almost. It's the first time we're tuning it, guys. You gotta give it a minute. All right. So let's see what it sounds like with just regular D chord. It's off. So it's tough to play this, guys. The neck is massive. I built this thing like in a jazz guitar neck. It's even bigger than my jazz guitar neck. Like I'm having a hard time grasping around it. Let's see what a regular chord sounds like. See, this thing's gonna take like a year to get tuned. Listen to that, it's already way out. So anyway, this is it. I wanted you guys to see it because I'm proud of the fact that I built a guitar. That's just kind of a cool thing. It's not easy to build a guitar. I did it my own way, yes, but it's still a guitar. And I joked with my wife earlier. I'm like, look, if we can't put a deal together with Gibson for a Gibson BeatSeat or a Martin BeatSeat, maybe I should just make BeatSeat guitars. Just sell guitars and BeatSeats together in tandem. They should be sold together. You should be buying a BeatSeat and a guitar at the same time. And same thing, when you buy your guitar, it should come along with a BeatSeat. It should be like, look, it's, you need a BeatSeat to sit on while you play your guitar. And even if you don't kick it, you should have it. I'm going to get her tuned. I'll play her for a while tonight. And see, maybe I'll bring it to the studio and I'll just use this during the week. I just don't have a way to mic it. I'll have to put a mic in front of this thing. Let's just see. It's terrible, but I want you to hear it a little bit. So that is my Sunburst guitar. And I built this maybe 10 years ago, prior to even having the idea of the BeatSeat. I just had an idea to build a guitar. I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but I'm going to do it. And I saw this vision, just like I saw the BeatSeat in my head, and I just went ahead and made it. I saw a way to make a guitar that's different than normal. And I created one, and now it actually looks beautiful. It looks really nice with this sunburst finish. So now when I shoot photos, I don't have to put a Gibson next to it. I can put a BeatSeat guitar next to it. I'm actually going to have my guy make me a little tiny BeatSeat logo to put on the top of that thing. Why not, right? I got to figure that's something that could be done. Whether it's a little badge or just cut it out really small like I have for all the BeatSeats, right on top of that headstock there. BeatSeat guitars, why not? I mean, it kind of makes perfect sense to me. More skews, you know? So listen, I have something very exciting to share with you guys. Dr. Evil is back. I cannot believe this. I don't know if you guys have seen the saga, but it continues. And we're on episode 3 right now. And it's kind of crazy. I'm going to play you each episode just so you can see now. But when I say episode, they're 1 minute each. Okay. So don't feel like, oh, I can go grab popcorn or whatever. No, by the time you come back, all 3 will be gone. Okay. It's very quick. This is going to happen. I'm going to play you number 1. You guys have seen the first 2, but I just like to recap. Okay. So here's number 1. Dr. Evil calls President Trump to try to negotiate a deal for his hypersonic laser. Check this out.
This is Dr. Evil. I have a proposal for you. You have 24 hours to pay me $10 billion, or I will strike every major city with our hypersonic laser.
Laser.
What say you? Well, the United States of Trump does not negotiate with terrorists. I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Do you have another proposal? Maybe I can buy the laser from you. How about that? Huh? Trump will buy it from you. But that's not on the table. I'm freaking Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Obviously, you've never read The Art of the Deal by yours truly. Trump always wins. Big league. I'll buy the laser. That's it. Or you can laser your eyebrows off. Whatever. I don't really care. And I win big league. Read The Art of the Deal. Call me back. Bye. I don't agree. Hello? Did he just hung up on Dr. Evil. He just hung up on me. What the
So that's the first one. That was the first of the series. Now, again, we're on 3. So anybody on right now, I'm playing you 2 more, okay? So number 2 is coming, and number 2 makes an appearance for the first time. Dr. Evil, Donald Trump is on the line for you.
Thank you, number 2. I'll take the call in my secret lair. Donald, glad to get you back on the line. Dr. Evil. Yeah, I read your crap book. Oh, you did? I thought you'd go audiobook. I didn't know you knew how to read. Of course I know how to freaking read. I'm Dr. Evil. You can get my book. It's on Amazon, or it's in Mentor Box, too. Unlike your crap book. That's why I read every single page. Oh, you did? Did you read chapter 13? The Power of the Hang-Up? Did you? No, I did not read that section in The Art of the Deal. I did not... What? Hello? He did it to me again, didn't he, number 2? Son of a bitch!
Okay, so that's the second. As you get to see, there is this running theme here where Dr. Evil keeps getting hung up on. Like, Trump can't stay on the phone with him. And well, what's the story there? So this is where it goes off the rails, guys. And I hope you're ready for this one. I'm not even going to say anymore. Let me just play it for you. Here's scene 3 of the Dr. Evil saga with Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Third time's the charm? It always is. Perhaps.
Dr. Evil. We're having an issue with the evil monitor.
Oh, Donald, hold on one moment. Number 2 says we're having a problem with the evil monitor. Ooh, an evil monitor. What's that? Dr. Evil Trump needs his own evil monitor. Wait, what are you wearing? It's Dr. Evil Trump. You're freaking wearing Dr. Evil's clothes. Look, I know you took my wardrobe. This is what I wear at night. Yes, it is a wig. You know you stole your character from Dr. Trump. Dr. Evil, what is an evil monitor? I've got to get one. Is it on Home Shopping Network? My evil monitors were built from you. Hello? Donald? Number 2, he did it. He did it again, number 2. Motherfucker!
So, to be continued? Where can we go from there? Where the heck do we go from there? Dr. Evil? What? Donald Trump dresses up like Dr. Evil at night? That's his pajama? That's his gear when he goes to sleep? I gotta watch that again. Did you guys see that? Dr. Evil? Dr. Evil Trump? One more time, because it's brand new. You guys have to see it for a second time. Here is the third part of the Dr. Evil saga. Dr. Evil saga.
Donald Trump. Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Third time's the charm? It always is. Perhaps.
Dr. Evil. We're having an issue with the evil monitor.
Oh, Donald, hold on one moment. Number 2 says we're having a problem with the evil monitor. Ooh, an evil monitor. What's that? Dr. Evil Trump needs his own evil monitor. Wait, what are you wearing? It's Dr. Evil Trump. You're freaking wearing Dr. Evil's clothes. Look, I know you took my wardrobe. This is what I wear at night. Yes, it is a wig. You know you stole your character from Dr. Trump. Dr. Evil, what is an evil monitor? I've got to get one. Is it on Home Shopping Network? My evil monitors were built from you. Hello? Donald? Number 2, he did it. He did it again, number 2. Motherfucker!
Oh. Guys, at least I get a kick out of it. That's all I know. I get a kick out of watching Dr. Evil and Dr. Trump. I mean, Donald Trump.
It's Dr. Evil Trump to you. I see you stole my wardrobe. I'm gonna take you down, Big League.
Like, I wanted to say Big League in there, but I had to cut out a lot. In order to make these 1 minute, in order to drop them on Instagram, I have to cut out a lot of stuff, guys, because I'll vamp. Like, I'll just go nuts. This stuff comes out of nowhere. Can you believe this? I'm in the middle of doing the bit. And all of a sudden it's like, I don't even know why I thought of I think it was the number 2, or having number 2. I was just like, the evil monitor. We should make this thing about the evil monitor. Like, it's it's not just a TV. It's the evil monitor.
We're having problems with the evil monitor. Ooh, an evil monitor. Donald Trump needs an evil monitor.
It's just comedy gold, guys, when something like that comes about. You know? You can't control stuff like that. You got to roll with it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Akbar. I'm so glad you're on with me tonight. And I'm going to continue to drop these types of little comedy bits. And I told you guys, I'm very, very close to bringing my 2 shows together into one. We're like almost there. I'm basically doing it. I'm bringing in most of the content from that show into the show now. I just haven't introduced you to the character yet. I haven't introduced you to who Fache is. But once you meet him, Like I said, you may not want to watch Real Talk anymore. You may be like, I want to watch Facce. I got a few friends that watch Facce exclusively. Like I had one of them just reach out to me yesterday. And he's like, oh, I fell asleep last week during Facce. I'm catching up right now. That's what he said. I'm catching up right now. And then he said one of my lines, which is, you got to pull a permit. And if you know anything about Facce, actually, I may do Facce tonight because I'm not going to stay on for very long. I'm not doing a long Real Talk tonight. It's not going to be a music night. It's going to be just a quick chat here before we get into President's Day tomorrow. I will be live from the studio for day 413, which is my lucky number 13. 4 is April. I'm born 413. So tomorrow's going to be a pretty cool day for me. To be live for 413 days tomorrow is a cool number for me. 413 is like it. Everything is 4 and 13. My kid, when my son was born, almost every single number in his social security number was 413. It was like unbelievable. And then there was 78 in there too. Cause I was 413, 78. That's me. And I saw that all over his social security. Like, how could that happen? How could that randomly, this random number that's spit out of computer, generated from nowhere, out of this thin air, 13, 4, 7, 8, 13, 4. I'm like, what? It's amazing. It's amazing. And I've always had such a strong pull to the number 13. I think it's a great number. I know that everybody has a problem with it. Like New York City, I don't get it, but New York City has a problem with the number 13. There's no 13th floor anywhere. Someone said there's no 4th floor. I think it's in China, something like that, because that's a bad number too. So we all have these kind of weird superstitions. And realistically, we create whatever negativity, is going to happen. So like, if you're superstitious, you're negative, you're concerned, you're worried about something, you're going to create that issue eventually because you're focused on something that's like so like crazy. We spend too much time focusing on the details that don't matter in our lives. And then the things that really do matter, we don't even like really put the time in. We don't put the time in. I think we hope that magically things are just going to work out. Ooh, they're just going to work out. That's not how it works though. That's not how life is. Life is constant question mark. That's what it is. It's a constant question mark. What is going to come next? I don't even know what's going to happen in 10 seconds. Neither do you. No one knows. We could be sitting here smiling, laughing, having the greatest time, and something cataclysmic could happen. We don't know. We pray that everything sustains. We pray that this comfort we feel in this moment will continue to the next, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Now, two schools of thought. Are you going to sit there the whole time worrying about that next shoe to drop? Or are you going to live in the comfort and try to make the most out of that? Make an experience out of it? Because I'll tell you what, we haven't lived in it, but I've seen some movies before where life as we know it ends. And you're just now survival. You're walking through day and night survival. Going to sleep, wondering if you're going to wake up. There's someone to come and rob, whatever. There's crazy things that have happened in history, could happen in the future. Very real. Be prepared for it, but don't sit there and think about it all the time. It's an easy way to ruin your life. Think about all the terrible things that could happen. I love Real Talk, guys. Just love how I don't know what I have no idea what I was going to talk about tonight, And here's the thing. Anybody who's been tuned in for a really long time, Bulldogs! I love it. Bulldogs is on with me, and I'm so happy to see you here. I'm hoping to get some more people on Twitch. I got to get more people on Twitch because that's where Bulldogs is. And I love Twitch as a platform. I just have to get more people to subscribe. I don't know how to gather people. I'll get randoms that pop in. That's how Bulldogs found it. I'm here for day 412, Bulldogs. 412 in a row. Tomorrow is a huge day for me. It's 413. Bulldogs, I'm going to show you something really cool. before I built BeatSeats, I built this, but it was just a regular acoustic guitar, like just a regular acoustic guitar. And I did this very unorthodox. I took cedar, you know, if you know what cedar is a wood, and I basically glued it into like 4 inches high by 16 inches and cut the shape of this guitar out. And then again on the inside, so it was nice and razor thin. And then I put soundboard in the top and the back. The crazy thing is, for the last 10 years, I had like a veneer that I had glued onto the outside because I was like, ooh, I put all this wood together. It's going to look like crap. Let me cover it with veneer. I pulled all the veneer off, sanded the entire thing down. This is the cedar. I just figured, you know what? Why not show the wood for what it is, right? This is all the cedar that I cut and put together. I don't know if you could see it, but this is 2 pieces of cedar. You can sort of see it. That's put together as one. You can see where all 4 pieces come together. Look at this. You see this? That right there, that little centerpiece, that's where all 4 pieces of the cedar came together before I cut it out. I don't know if a guitar has ever been built that way. Sylvan, how are you? So, but I did build this, and look, it's very thin. This is not typically as thick as a regular acoustic. If I grab my other acoustic, it's probably out another inch at least. So I'm not getting as much tone out of this thing as it is, but I wanted to make it look cool, you know, so I finished it off with a sunburst, just like I've been doing with the BeatSeats. So now when I put this with my BeatSeat, when I sit with my BeatSeat and play, it's a matching set, which is something that we are now, you know, look, I'm constantly thinking of how to improve myself, how to improve my product. And I figured out something. I mean, this to me is a no-brainer. Guitar companies, Gibson, Martin, Gresh, whatever. Keep naming guitar companies. They all have specific models of guitar. Like this is designed to look like the ES-175 Gibson guitar. Okay, it's a jazz guitar, and it's finished same as this, sunburst, but it's not an acoustic. It's a jazz guitar, and I just love the style. So when I built this, I was like, I'm going to build it to look like my jazz guitar. But again, it's thin, and it doesn't sound like a Gibson. But I built it. I made something. I created something uniquely, mind you. I did it differently. I could have just bought all the pieces out of Stu Mac, which is the name of this Guitar Luthier magazine. That's where I bought the top and the back. I bought the back and the top from Stu Mac. I was like, I'm going to buy a real soundboard. I don't want to mess around and put like plywood on it. I actually built one with plywood too. Same design, same concept, but I used plywood and it was crap. This one though, flame maple neck. You may be able to see that. You see this neck? Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty nice neck right there. And the back, I mean, it came out really nice as far as finish is concerned. As far as tone, I don't think it's that great. I'm going to play you something really quick. How about the Fur Elise? I don't know if I could play it on here, but I'll try. Let me just tune it quickly. Let's see what the Fur Elise sounds like on here. I'm sharp on it all. Hold on. All right, we're there. That's better. Doesn't sound right. It's just going out so out of tune. See, it's not going to work until I get this thing. If I play this for a couple of days, maybe it will start to sound okay. But right now, brand new strings on a guitar that I built, it's going to be a little while before this thing stays in tune. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no. The road. I built it. That's a guitar, acoustic. Oops. Yeah, why don't you just bang it on the... why don't you just, right after you finish it, bang it on the bench that you're sitting on for real talk? How about that? Oh, I did it? Okay, great. So anyway, I'm kind of proud of the fact that I finished this over. You know, I could have just left it on the sideline. It was collecting dust, I'll tell you. Serious dust. I brought it back to life, guys. Even if it's nothing that I play, it looks beautiful now. I can put it in a room with a BeatSeat and show it off. And if I could put a little tag on top there, it's a one of one. It's a one of one. I'm probably not going to build any more guitars ever. Actually, I'm pretty certain I'm never going to build a guitar again. I just did it this one time to see if it was possible for me to do it. And I proved to myself what I know and what you know to be true, which is you can do anything. You just have to have the will and the drive and a passion. If you're passionate, nothing can stop you from finishing that task. I had a passion for building this guitar. I just was like, I want to have my own. I want to be able to one day say, I built a guitar. And it's not the best sounding guitar in the world, but I'll tell you what, I made it look really beautiful. I made it look very beautiful. And that's all I really wanted, is if I'm going to have it sitting someplace, I don't want it to be a crap guitar. I don't want to ever go onto a radio show again and say, yeah, I built a guitar, but it's crap. Because I said that. I said that to Danny. And I'm so glad I dropped that podcast the other day. I'm so glad I started a daily podcast thing. And to get to that, I want to share something with you guys. I'm not going to do every single day podcasts because nobody's driving around on the weekend but me. So it will be Monday through Friday. I'll drop a brand new podcast. On the weekends, I'm going to take a rest on the podcast thing, because I'm sure you guys aren't even out there. Actually, just based on analytics, I can tell that more people are out during the week watching, listening. Nobody's really out listening to podcasts on Saturday and Sunday. So putting a brand new one out on Saturday and a brand new one on a Sunday guarantees that no one's going to listen to those two podcasts, because Monday they're going to listen to that one. So I dropped a really good one yesterday. I'm going to leave it out there. I'm going to let it simmer until tomorrow. And I'll drop a new one midday. But you have enough time to listen to this one I dropped yesterday, tomorrow, through the day, and then I'll have a fresh one for you. I think that's a better way of going, because I don't want any great content to be lost. I'll tell you, I didn't realize I put such a good episode out. I just happened to have it on. I was driving, and I'm like, what episode is this? I went back, and I'm like, this must be from a month or two ago. Like, because everything, guys, I'm out here for 412 days in a row. I don't know what I said yesterday. I don't know what I said 2 weeks ago. I just remember I said it. I remember these things happened. I just have no idea when they were said. And that was a really powerful episode. It wound up being a huge music episode, the second half of the show. I also improvised this song. I actually did 2 songs for you that night, and one of them was this song, Pinot Grigio. You guys, it's the funniest song in the world. I wrote this song about Pinot Grigio. I've never had a sip of Pinot Grigio in my life. I was playing this. It was a Sunday evening. We were having real talk on the bench, playing my new old guitar. I built this 10 years ago. Refinished it yesterday. I think I could use a drink. Here's the hook. This is the only thing I have. Why drink red? Why drink rosé? Why drink Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Sauvignon, when you can drink Pinot Grigio, Pinot Grigio. Oh, oh, oh. This is a funny tune. Michael! I wrote it many, many years ago. Michael, I built this guitar. This is the one I was talking about yesterday. It was straight up like a regular acoustic guitar, like the one I play for you all the time. And I called it crap when I was on the radio show. And I was like, I don't know if it's crap, but if it is, it's probably because I didn't finish it correctly. And that was true. I just put like poly on it. I didn't know anything. 10 years ago, I was like, ooh, I built a guitar. Let me spray it. Let me finish. I didn't even spray it, but I was like, let me finish it. Let me play it. I didn't think about doing anything cool than making a sunburst finish or anything like that. You know what I mean? So now we sanded her down. It's one of one. Even I put these stars in the neck. You see this? I put all those stars in the neck too. Like, I mean, I spent a lot of time on this when I built it. Used a drill press, bandsaw, and I'm not using any of those. I use the drill press still, actually, to cut the holes in the back of my BeatSeats. But in general, I don't use all the same tools I did to build this guitar. Different tools, different tool sets. But I'll tell you what, I didn't know anything about building a guitar. Didn't know anything about it. Don't stop yourself from trying things just because you weren't taught to do it. Don't stop yourself from driving 1,000,000 miles an hour in a direction that your heart tells you is right, just because you didn't get the same training as somebody else. Just because somebody else is successful at something doesn't mean you can't do it as well. If you see something, if you have the smallest feeling within you that says, I have more to give, I have more to put out there, that's enough to burn a complete building down. You got to just go after it. A little spark could just turn into a blaze. I opened up the Valentine's episode from last year. Now, I'd been live for 2 months at that point. Not even. I was live for about 45 days at that point. And I got on and I did about a 4-minute real talk. And I'm watching it from a different perspective now. 400, and now 12 days, but 400 plus days after I started this, I'm looking at this guy. It's me. I'm looking at this guy who's on the screen. It's real talk. But I could see in my eyes, I could see in the performance, I could see in everything that I had no idea where I was going with this. I had no idea that I'd be 410 days, You'd be amazed at what you can do when you start telling yourself you can do it. I can guarantee you, day 45, when I was in there, I wasn't thinking to myself, I'm going every day for the rest of my life. I got to go out there and leave a message. I got to go out there and I got to connect. That's not what was on my mind. What was on my mind is, let me get a couple of quick tips out there. Let's see if that leads to some new business. Maybe I can help somebody buy or sell a piece of real estate. My mind shift happened, I believe, was when I went to Florida, which is about a month after this. It was April. When I went to Florida, I started connecting with people around the world, people who needed help. I didn't realize some things, okay? First, a couple things I didn't realize. I didn't realize that the energy that I produce could help other people in need. I didn't realize that. I wasn't thinking like that. It's just coming out here to be me, okay? But when you start seeing real change, when you're affecting a positive change, one person at a time, and you start hearing it from people, and it doesn't have to be from everybody, because you know whether or not you've reached out. But the ones that have, that fuels my fire. Because you know what my goal is to affect a positive change. one person at a time. I'm not looking to reach 50 people today. I'd love to, but I'm not looking for that. Just want to get one. I just want one new follower today. Just want one new set of ears, one set of eyes to tune in and say, wait, what is this about? Wait, you've been on for 412 days in a row and you come on for an hour plus every single day and all you do is just let whatever's going to happen and you're not afraid of that? You're not afraid of that? Living in fear will just cause you to live in fear. What is that? I don't want to live in fear. I want to just express myself. And then I could sleep at night. I could put my head down on a pillow at the end of the day and be like, yeah, I said what I needed to say today. That's something I talked to you about maybe a month or two ago. I'm just saying, like, if you can't fall asleep at night, then you're not doing the right things during the day. I sleep amazing when I go to bed, which is very late. But when I do go to bed, I sleep amazing for those 3 or 4 hours that I get. That's all. I wouldn't say that's all I require. That's all I take. Right now, I'm on a 20-hour schedule. I work about 20 hours a day. People say, oh, it's crazy. It's the way I work. About 12 of them are real estate. It's not 20 hours of straight work, but I'm awake for 20 hours a day. Okay, let's put it that way. Let's not say it's 20 hours of work. Okay. And as a real estate agent, I'm not sitting there like digging ditches. Okay, so that's the other thing. I'm working with clients. I'm calling people. I'm setting up appointments. Sometimes I'm just trying to book new business. So, but still, you're there at the office. You're there available, prepared for that call. And then I got real talk for an hour. And I come home, grab a bite to eat, put the kids to sleep. If my wife already hasn't put them to sleep, which most times is the case, I get here and she's already done that. Because, guys, I usually don't leave the office till 7. I do real talk at 5:30. Finish up at 7. Get home at 8. Kids are already in bed. Sacrifice I'm making to come out here for Michael, for Steven, for Sylvian, and for Akbar, and for anybody else, and for Bulldogs. I'm coming out here on a daily basis, and the sacrifice I'm making is I could get home an hour earlier and spend that time with my kids. That's real. That's real. You know, and it kills me when I hear like my daughter's like, you need a break, Daddy. She said that to me earlier. She goes, you doing real talk? Of course I'm doing real talk. What do you need a break, Daddy? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. And it's kind of, it kicks you a little in the chest when, your daughter's like, why? She's like, you have all this equipment. And she's like, you're broadcasting. How many people really watch? I was like, geez. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about consistency. It's about coming out here. And the people that are involved in this program right now, it's important to me that you guys know I will be here with you every day. If you need anything. If you don't and you just want to come on and be entertained for a moment, that's great too. Michael, are you still on? Shoot me a quick note and let me know if you're on. I want to play you the new Dr. Evil bit. I don't know if you saw this yet. I just dropped it. I played it twice already. But you know what? Why not play it a third time? If Michael's on, I'm going to play it. Because it's very funny. And Steven, too, if you didn't see it, let me know. I would love for everybody to head over to YouTube. Please subscribe and ding the bell over there. And let's see what time it is. Of course, I was like, I'm going to do a short real talk. It's been 45 minutes. So, okay, Michael's still on. Michael, I'm going to play you the new Dr. Evil bit. Okay, so this is the third of the saga, and it just was released earlier on my other channel, which nobody really knows about here. I'm bringing Fache out soon. Just be prepared, okay? And don't be offended by him. He's kind of off the cuff, and he's a little vulgar, but he's Fache. Let's see. Ready? Check this out.
Donald Trump. Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Third time's the charm?
It always is.
Perhaps.
Dr. Evil. We're having an issue with the evil monitor.
Oh, Donald, hold on one moment. Number 2 says we're having a problem with the evil monitor. Ooh, an evil monitor. What's that? Dr. Evil Trump needs his own evil monitor. Wait, what are you wearing? It's Dr. Evil Trump. You're freaking wearing Dr. Evil's clothes. Look, I know you took my wardrobe. This is what I wear at night. Yes, it is a wig. You know you stole your character from Dr. Trump. Dr. Evil, what is an evil monitor? I've got to get one. Is it on Home Shopping Network? My evil monitors were built from you. Hello? Donald? Number 2, he did it. He did it again, number 2. Motherfucker!
To be continued. Dr. Evil. The poor guy can't even finish a conversation. He never can get through a conversation. Donald Trump just constantly just hanging up on him. I don't know. What's going to happen next? I wonder if he'll get hung up on again. I don't know. It's funny. I can't even believe I thought of the whole evil monitor thing. I'm like, what? How did this comedy bit become about a monitor? Like, what? I love that. I love that. I'll start this thing and I'll just start vamping. I'll just start going, yeah, Dr. Evil, it's Donald Trump. Oh no, I'm wearing this is my new gear. You know you stole this outfit from me. I am Dr. Evil. And it's just amazing because I was scrolling through the face swaps in order to grab the photo of Trump or to grab the photo of Dr. Evil. And I see halfway down, there's a picture of Trump's face on Dr. Evil's body. And I'm like, this is stupid. And I'm like, wait a second, genius. Hold on a second. And that happened. That's what happened. When I saw a picture of Trump's face on Dr. Evil, I was like, that happened. If you didn't see it, rewind it. I played it 3 times for you. And they're getting better and better. The Trump Evil saga. I'm telling you what, we're going to have a full movie by the time I'm finished with whatever I'm finished with. I don't know. I was thinking about laying them out back to back. I may do that. The next when I get to episode 4 or 5, I'll put them back to back so I could just push play and you guys can see the whole 5-minute movie of basically Trump hanging up on Dr. Evil. It's very funny stuff though, isn't it? And this is all occurring, like I said, on my other program, which you don't know about. I may go live and do a little Fache still tonight because, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, maybe I will because the guitar's done. I was thinking about finishing up the guitar, but it's done now. Now I've just figured out how to get it tuned. That's the other thing we have to figure out. But for now, she looks purty. She's a purty looking guitar. I'm really glad that I pulled off the veneer and you're just seeing the cedar around it. I mean, it's kind of cool, guys. It's kind of cool. I'm going to do a little bit of, there's this thing called wool lube. I'm going to throw a little bit of shine off of it, make it nice and satiny and smooth. It'll look like a real nice, beautiful jazz guitar, even though it's my acoustic. I can't believe I refinished this thing. And it looks pretty nice. Like I said, if I get onto a radio show again, or if I go back to see Danny, I'm going back to see Danny actually to bring him a BeatSeat. I may bring this and show him. Because I told him, he's like, you built a guitar? I was like, yeah, but it's crap. No, it's not. This is a beauty. Look at this thing. This is a beauty. I built this sucker. I just have to put the little BeatSeat logo on the headstock. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have the guy who makes my BeatSeat logos, I'll see if he can cut me a really small one. How sweet would that be? If you saw a BeatSeat on the top of this thing, I'd be like, it's the BeatSeat, and then we're playing it with my feet. Oh, now I got a guitar in my lap. You know, it's already starting to sound a little better. Just having the strings on for the last 20 minutes, It's out of tune, but there we go. There we go. It's got a really interesting mid-range here. Can you hear that? Check this out. So basically, guys, let's see what time we got here. I'm only a few minutes from finishing up this show, okay? And maybe I could play you a little something on this old new guitar. I got a BeatSeat over there, actually. I wonder if I can... I should have put that out. I could have played it. Let's do it without a BeatSeat. How about that? Song for you real quick. Let's do this. I'm gonna just turn up the volume a little so you can hear. Can you hear me? It doesn't sound that great, guys, but it doesn't sound horrible either. Maybe I could play you something that doesn't sound terrible. Let's see. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no. Don't you do hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Oh, listen, pretty baby, don't you treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday. It don't matter if you do. It's understood you ain't got no money, just ain't no good. Well, I guess if you say so, I got to pack my bags and go hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no, no. Whoa, 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 hit the road. The road, hit the road, the road, hit 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 the road, Jack. Coming back, don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no, no. Whoa, 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 hit the road. Hit the road, 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 you want to hit the road. So you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Well, of course, until tomorrow. For day 413, gonna get live with you from the studio in Rio. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. No, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tomorrow's President's Day, guys. I'll be live for day 413 in a row. Probably around 3 o'clock. Maybe a little earlier. just make sure you head to YouTube, subscribe, and ding the bell because I'm live every day for the rest of my life. And we're not talking about it for a few seconds. Oh, thank you, Matthias. I appreciate you, buddy. I'm so glad to see you over here on Periscope. My people on Periscope, I appreciate you. Please start subscribing, okay? And send notes to me while you're tuning in because I'm on this thing called Restream, okay? Restream allows me to broadcast on 9 platforms at the same time. 9! And I'm live with you, and we're doing this every day, but it's all kind of like siphoned out, okay? So I don't have one specific network tuned in except for Insta. Insta's locked right in, and then everybody else tunes in through Restream. So Matthias, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your words. Thank you. And I'm sorry I don't have a real guitar out today. I just have the guitar I built, and then I refinished today. And it came out pretty great. I'm actually very, very proud of what I finished here. And you can see the neck, too, is flame maple. Can you see that? The flame maple to match my flame maple BeatSeat, which, Matthias, you didn't get a chance to see the BeatSeat tonight, but hopefully you've seen me play it before. It's the drum you play with your hands and feet. It's also the first drum for guitar players, and I will be playing it tomorrow, as I usually do every show from the studio. So subscribe and ding that bell on Periscope as well. But YouTube is where it's at. Really, if you're on YouTube, everybody, please head over there and follow the show, okay? And I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, day 413. Any topics, let me know. Tomorrow for 413, and we're doing something special because it's my birthday day. 413, it's my birthday. And then it's actually just a regular day. But my birthday's coming up. It's crazy. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.